Break the board sports, NBA on the hardwood Friday night. Click that like, hit subscribe. Got a full slate of games here for NBA Cup. Let's hop right into it. Orlando Magic at the Detroit Pistons. Pistons opened up a 2.5-point favorite. They've now moved to 3.5. You're over under 231.5. Now 70% ticket count, 48% of the handle going to the over, 30% ticket count, 52% of the handle going to the under. Now, as far as the sides are concerned, 68% of bets going to the Detroit Pistons, equaling 41% of the handle. 32% of bets equaling 59% of the handle here on the Orlando Magic. Now, Magic come in 5-1 ATS their last 6, 4-1 straight up their last 5, despite being without Banchero here for an extended period of time. Magic 6-3 against the spread their last 9 games versus the Pistons. But the Pistons, they had that huge winning streak. They've taken 13 of the last 14 games. Pistons have won 7 straight at home. Despite 6-3 ATS, the Magic are against the Pistons. So a little bit of edge statistically coming from the Magic here in previous games. Now, they met October 29th this year. Pistons won that game 135-136. Magic come in 11-8 straight up. 15-3 are the Detroit Pistons. Win over the 76ers for the Magic their last time out. Pistons lost to Celtics. Remember, we gave out the Celtics plus 2.5 the other night. They got the outright win. I like the Pistons to bounce back here. I would lay the 155 on the money line here with the Detroit Pistons. I like them to bounce back in this spot tonight. Next game on the board, you got the New York Knicks hosting the Milwaukee Bucks. Knicks laying 8.5. Still no Giannis. 233.5 is the total. 61% ticket count, 57% of the handle going to the over. 39% ticket count, 43% of the handle to the under. Now, as far as the sides are concerned, 52% of bets are on the Knicks. It's equaling 78% of the handle. 48% ticket count, equaling 22% of handle on the Milwaukee Bucks in this game. Now, Milwaukee 1-5 ATS their last 6, and there is 0-6 straight up in that same time frame. So, it's been a rough stretch here without Giannis. Milwaukee also historically not very good against the Knicks. 1-5 ATS the last 6 there. The Knicks 8-4 against the spread their last 12 games overall, and 9-3 straight up in that time frame. Now, when these two teams hook up, 5 of the last 6 have went over the total. New York and Milwaukee. Milwaukee comes in 8-11 straight up. 11-6 are the Knicks. They met back on October 28th, a game that the Bucks won 121-111. But again, no Giannis in this one. For me, Knicks are a play in any kind of money line parlay situation you got. So, again, I'm a big fan of the Philadelphia Eagles today. I think they get it done. So, you could look at like Pistons, and let's just play around with it here in real time. Got Pistons, Knicks, and let's go Philadelphia Eagles, get you plus 170. I think that's a nice little SpongeBob SquarePants 3-team money line parlay. Cavaliers at the Hawks. Now, the Cavs are laying 6.5 on the road. 236.5 is the total. Ticket count split 50-50. Money about the same ways on the total. As far as the side, though, 67% of tickets equaling 69% of the handle. Laying the 6.5 with the Cavs. 33% ticket count equaling 31% of the handle on the Atlanta Hawks in this one. Now, Cavaliers 2-5 ATS their last 7, but they've been much better against the Hawks. The Cavs are 6-3 against the spread the last 9 meetings with the Hawks. Cleveland 9-4 straight up their last 13. The Hawks just 1-4 ATS their last 5. But Quinn Snyder's did a phenomenal job. Really needs some early season consideration, Coach of the Year. Without Trae Young, Porzingis been in and out of the lineup. Yet this Hawks team 7-3 straight up over their last 10. Now, Cleveland comes in 12-7 straight up. Hawks 11-8 straight up. These two teams just met November 2nd, a game the Hawks won, or the Cavaliers won by 8 rather. Cavs coming off the loss the other night to the Raptors. Hawks coming off of a really bad loss to the Washington Wizards. Listen, Hawks plus 6.5 or nothing. I'm not having a play on the game, but my lean is definitely 100%. You take the points with the Hawks or nothing here. Washington Wizards head to the Indiana Pacers, the two of the worst, if not the 2 worst teams in the NBA. Pacers mainly because injuries have just riddled them. They're laying 6.5, 239.5 is the total. Now, Ticket count 52% to over compared to 48% of under. Very similar, but not similar when you talk about the handle. 83% of the handle on the over, 17% of the handle to the under. Money 50-50 on the side, same with the ticket count. So this is right where books want. Again, 50-50 is always what they want. That ensures them a win no matter which side. Now, the Wizards 1-14 straight up their last 15 games. They've dropped 5 straight to the Pacers. And over that 15-game span, the Wizards are just 4-11 against the spread. They have went over the total 5 of their last 7, which mirrors Indiana going over the total 4 of their last 6. Now, Pacers just 1-4 straight up their last 5 at home. And Pacers are 1-11 straight up the last 12 overall. However, 4-1 against the spread the last 5. There's some 7 starting to pop up now. Wizards 2-15 straight up. Pacers 2-16 straight up. Pacers have won 8 out of the last 10 in the series. Again, I like the Pacers to get across the finish line. I can't lay 6.5 or 7 with a team that's only won 2 games. But going back to the well here, if you replaced the Pistons, because let's say you feel like it's too dicey, Pacers, Knicks, Philadelphia Eagles plus 128. I think that's a good parlay. Pacers win this game. I feel pretty good about it. I just can't lay 6.5 with a team that's won 2 games. You just can't do it. Bulls laying 2.5 on the road, over under 248.5 at the Charlotte Hornets. Hornets have just taken a huge nosedive. A team I was really high on at the beginning of the year has just fell apart. Now, ticket count on the over-under is split 50-50. Handle, different story. 248.5, 66% of the money to the under, 34% of the money to the over. And then the Bulls are getting all the love. 74% of tickets, 68% of the handle for the Bulls. Only 26% of tickets, 32% of the handle going to the Charlotte Hornets in this one. Now, listen, Charlotte, they got all kinds of problems, especially when it comes to the Bulls. The Bulls have covered 9 of the last 10 meetings against the Hornets, but the Bulls are just 1-6 ATS their last 7 and 3-7 straight up their last 10. So meeting the Hornets might be just what the Bulls need. Hornets have dropped 7 straight and are 5-10 against the number. The last 15, again, just hasn't worked out for the Hornets like I thought it would. 4-14 straight up compared to a Bulls team that's 9-8. Again, Bulls have taken 9 of the last 10 against the Hornets. I can see it here. Bulls money line or nothing. You can't step in front of the Hornets. Short number. They may be baiting you a little bit, but I think you got to take the bait here. Philadelphia 76ers laying 7.5 at the Brooklyn Nets. 222.5 is the total in this one. Now, 73% of tickets are to the over, equaling 37% of the handle. 27% of tickets equaling 63% of the handle going to the under in this one. 76ers laying 7.5. Right now, they are getting 71% of the tickets, 36% of the handle. Nets, 29% of ticket count, 64% of the handle. Was just looking to see here, obviously, with the 76ers, Embiid is out. Paul George, it says game time decision, but he was supposed to be in the other day. He was out. Michael Porter Jr. is out for the Nets. Cam Thomas is out. So listen, Philadelphia, both of these, the Nets are horrible, and Philadelphia's just got huge injury issues. They can't stay healthy for nothing. But the 76ers are 13-4 the last 17 versus Brooklyn and 10-4-1 ATS the last 15. Brooklyn 3-17 straight up the last 20. Listen, I can't lay 7.5 with the Sixers, but Sixers, again, another team to put in some type of money line parlay for you. For me, I'd either lay the 7.5 or not. You can't take the Nets. They're just too bad of a team. San Antonio Spurs in Denver catching 7.5. 53% of tickets on the Nuggets equaling 24% of the money. 47% of ticket count equaling 76% of the money on the Spurs. Now, this is one you circled earlier in the year because you're like, man, going to get Wemby versus Jokic. Well, no, you're not. Christian Braun out for the Nuggets. Aaron Gordon's out. Strother's out. Wemby's out for the Spurs. Castle's out for the Spurs. So this game's going to look nothing like we hoped it would have when it came up on the schedule. With that being said, the Denver Nuggets 8-3 against the spread their last 11. The Spurs, despite being without Wemby, 4-1 their last 5 and 4-1 ATS their last 5. Spurs are also 4-1 against the number of their last 5 versus the Nuggets. Nuggets 10-2 over their last 12 here are the Denver Nuggets. Nuggets have just been on a roll. Spurs 12-5, Nuggets 13-4. They have yet to meet this year. Listen, I'd love to take the Spurs plus 7.5. I really, really would. I think you wait for an in-game, kind of see what happens here. Just hard to step in front of the Nuggets. But again, I would lean Spurs plus 7.5, even without Wemby in this one. Phoenix Suns at the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now Grayson Allen and Dunn are out. Aaron Wiggins still out for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Thunder are laying 15.5. 224.5 is the total in this one. 79% of bets on the over, but it's only equaling 5% of the handle. So big discrepancy there compared to 21% of ticket count equaling 95% of the handle on the under. Now, as far as the side ticket count, 55 to the Thunder, 45 to the Suns, but 58% of the money on the Suns, and it's going up, 42% Thunder. Listen, it's either you take the Suns plus 15.5 or you pass. I'm going to sprinkle a little cheddar on the Suns. I like them catching 15.5. I think they can hang in there. I know the Thunder have been an absolute buzzsaw this year. But when you look at it, again, I think Phoenix has enough to keep this close in this game. They're 9-2 straight up their last 11, 9-2 ATS their last 11. They haven't covered a game in any of the last 6 meetings with the Thunder. Thunder, 10-game winning streak, but they're only 2-4 their last 6. I think the Suns at least get the cover here. I doubt they slow them down because, again, this Oklahoma City team, man, is just lights out. Utah Jazz laying 2.5 to the Kings, over under 242.5. 59% of bets, 70% of the handle is on the Utah Jazz. 41% of ticket count, 30% of the handle is on the Sacramento Kings. Schroeder, game time decision for the Kings. Sabonis is out. And then obviously Niang and then Walker Kessler obviously out this year for the remainder of the season for the Jazz. Jazz 2-4 ATS their last 6, just 1-5 straight up in that time frame. But the Kings might be just what they need. Kings 2-9 straight up, 3-8 ATS. The overs cashed 11 of the last 13 games at home for the Jazz and 6 of their last 7 overall. 242.5 could be in play here. I got no opinion, may lean over, but nothing that I really want to get down with. So far, I like the Suns plus 15.5. I like the Pistons money line, -$1.55. And then again, I lean Spurs plus 7.5. Don't know if I'll get there. And I like Knicks money line, Pacers money line, 76ers money line, and any kind of parlay stuff you're doing. Those are leans there. Dallas Mavericks. Anthony Davis is said to be back tonight to make his season debut against the Lakers. How convenient for him. But he's supposed to go. Now, Derek Lively's still out. Now, Marcus Smart for the Lakers. He's questionable with the back tonight, so we'll see if he gives the go. DeAndre Ayton, the big one, he's listed as probable, right? Probably going to play. Mavs catching 10.5 at the Lakers. Lakers are on an absolute tear, 13-4 on the year compared to the Mavs, 5-14. Right now, Lakers 69% of bets, but it's only equal in 23% of the money. 31% of ticket count for the Mavs, equaling 77% of the money. Dallas just 1-4 their last 5. But against the Lakers, the Dallas Mavericks are 10-5 straight up the last 15, 12-3 ATS the last 15 in that same time frame. Now the Lakers, they've won 5 straight or 4-1 ATS in that time frame. I like the Dallas Mavericks. If Anthony Davis is going, give me 10.5. I'll take 10.5 with them every time, despite this Laker team that's a machine. Again, I had Lakers Nuggets before the year, Western Conference Finals. It's looking pretty good. If the Lakers can stay healthy, they're a huge problem. So let's just recap. Dallas Mavericks plus 10.5 going to be a play for us tonight. Phoenix Suns plus 15.5, and the Detroit Pistons on the money line, -$1.55. Click that like, hit subscribe, Break the Board Sports, where we help you become a better handicapper. God bless and happy handicapping.